Okay, you guys know.
It's like you starting a sentence like that is like when I said to Joshua the other day, do you think I'm crazy if, and he was like, just stop there. Like, just, it's fine. He just laughed. He just went, yes.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, but I know you'll do it anyway. So it's like, are you asking this rhetorically? It feels rhetorical. Like, yeah, it's definitely going to be like, I don't care what you say, but like, just go with it.
It's like a year ago when I said, do you shower? And you just stopped me there and said no.
No. Because N-O still begins not often enough.
Yes.
You know? Not often enough.
Not often enough. Okay, you guys know that on our Instagram, we follow a very select, strange group of people.
Yes.
Okay, if you go to look at
our Instagram,
okay. And you look at who we follow.
Okay.
You guys, like, you'll just be like, huh? Because it's maybe someone we've talked about on here, some random thing. But again, here we go. Where I have followed an account that you did not.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if you've seen any of the reels pop up for you. And if you've wondered, where did this come from?
Bama Morgan?
No.
Okay.
It's the Idaho State Penitentiary Prisoner Pen Pal Program.
5Ps. Penitentiary Pen Pal Program? Or was there another one in between there?
Idaho State Penitentiary Pen Pal Program.
Damn, only 4.
Only 4.
Okay. Well, if you were better, you would have thrown a 5th one in, but I guess I'll carry the podcast.
She's the talent.
I'm the talent. I have seen this, but I just thought we were being fed them.
No, we follow them.
Why are you following them?
Because
why are we encouraging this behavior?
It is they're so you guys, please go watch these videos.
I've watched them now.
Okay. The Idaho State Penitentiary.
I do love Idaho as a state. Shout out to our Hold on, didn't we go over this already? What they're called? Idahoans?
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 I don't think it's that. I don't think it's Idahoans. Idahoans.
And has anybody tapped in Idaho? Let us know. Sound off. Has anybody tapped into like, use a hoe? Ho! But instead you go, I'm the hoe.
And then it's Idaho.
Yeah. But maybe that's not the vibe you're going for.
That would be so cute. But I don't know how many people in Idaho are like
listening to who's saying that?
Yeah, who's saying that?
Who's saying the use a hoe?
Ho.
Who's saying
Can't
that?
remember. We'll look it up.
Okay. Anyway,
we'll add it to the list.
And I understand, but we do have peeps from Idaho who follow us, who love us. I love Idaho as a state. Y'all know I've been to the north and the south side of it. It's gorgeous. But Idahoans, or whatever you go by, they don't want people to know that. They're like, nope, you tell the people it's ugly. There's nothing. It's a flyover state. No need to pay attention to us here. Y'all just keep on moving to Montana and you do all of that because Idaho is just, it's hideous. Don't even stop here.
Okay.
Because it is so good.
You don't like love a potato. Did you have any potatoes while you were there?
No, I don't think so. No, I'm not huge into potatoes.
I know, but if you're going to have a potato in one place, it's Idaho.
I know. Maybe I did just to be cutesy about it.
Yes.
But I'm thinking, did we eat in Idaho?
Oh, you're thinking y'all just did a drive-through?
Not really. We stopped, but we did national. Like we looked at beautiful things. We went to Shoshone Falls. Shoshone Falls. They're stunning. Or they really give Niagara Falls a run.
Wow.
They really, really do. And again, let's just say Idahoans. Let's say it. Okay, let's just say hoes.
Yeah.
Hoes don't want me to talk about this though. They do not. And have you seen the people who, they're like, Montana's ugly. Don't come here.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen it.
Should we move to Montana? They're like, no, it's really, really bad here.
People are mean. Yeah.
It's ugly. Don't. And so I think that Idaho would feel the same way. They're like, we're good with what we have going on.
Oh no, I knew Montana was it when I flew into that airport. The airport alone. We landed last summer. We walked in and I'm like, I'm in a log cabin airport.
So beautiful. Where y'all landed in Bozeman?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Bozeman.
Wow.
Bozeman's real cute.
It'd be real hard to keep that a secret. I'm just saying.
Montana's great.
Okay, but what we do know about Idaho is there are prisoners there. And many of them on possession. I was
just shaking the camera. Sorry, my foot was on the table. My bad. It's going to look a little shaky there for YouTube. That's me. That's on me. Sorry.
Many of them in the clink for drug charges,
Yes.
possession,
Yes.
going to sell, that kind of stuff. Not a ton on much more than that. So I do think there's some kind of drug thing happening.
In Idaho, you're saying?
In Idaho.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, every state has
every
a huge
state,
drug problem
every
right
state.
now.
But
because
maybe-
it's just being funneled.
But maybe Idaho is really cracking down. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. And,
Okay.
and I'm seeing in some of the comments. But what they've started is a pen pal program.
Yes.
So the prisoners can walk up. There's a little desk with a camera, and they can sit down, and they have 30 seconds. They push the camera button. Now, this is like a Y2K camera. I don't know why it's so grainy. We have 4K.
It's like a closed circuit
It is so bad. We have 4K high definition, and I think many of us would like to see it in high definition.
Okay.
We want to believe what we're seeing,
Yeah.
but we can't be sure. It's very low res. It's very low res.
And it's got like a bluish green grain to
Grain.
it,
It's
right?
grainy.
It's grainy.
The audio is not good. I don't get that part of it. I think we've come far enough here in 2024 to do better.
But are we putting that in our prisons? I don't know.
I think if you're letting these
Or
guys,
I don't know.
I don't know. I think if you're letting these guys sit down and they have 30 seconds,
Like let's at least hear them out.
let's hear them out. Let's
Okay.
see what we're really working on.
Okay. Do you want to see them clearly because you think some of them are hot?
I think that if you all go to the comments, you will see what's going on.
This is like that guy who was what I think he was called the hot prisoner or the hot criminal
Yes,
or the hot
Oh, yes. He went viral because
Yeah.
his mugshot kept coming around.
and
And
he's
people-
a very good looking
Well, people
guy.
were like, sign him with a modeling agency. This man
The second
could
he
be
gets
a model.
released, and we could have put him in our modeling agency.
Absolutely.
We could have, but we didn't because we still don't have that up and running.
We
just
gotta
gonna keep
find
talking
that.
about it.
We got to find that guy. That was good. I love good internet.
Hot inmate.
Yeah, something
What's
like
he called?
that.
But he had like a very specific name that will be part of the receipts, obviously.
Yes.
He had the face tattoos and everything, but he had what he had going for him, not freedom, but impeccable bone structure.
The bone structure.
The bone structure. Y'all, he had these high cheekbones. I'm saying was as if he's dead. I don't think he is.
I don't think he
I
is.
think he got out and I think he like instantly went, I don't know, with Pete Davidson.
Yes. Him and Pete, they were seen on these streets.
The memes of Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck holding hands with Pete Davidson.
And they're like, no, Pete.
No, Ben, no. I die.
Actually, Pete Davidson's in like not a rehab, but he's in some place for his mental health. He has checked himself into some
think-
sort of facility.
I think he's battled. He's been through a lot.
But he also is like landing all these hot chicks.
Well,
like what are
There's rumors about why that is. So,
I just heard a big D.
well,
You think it's
I think that's it. Yeah. I think that's
but why does that make you have to go to a mental institution?
Oh no, I just think he's
okay.
like been through, his dad died at 9/11 and all the
That's
things.
true. That's true.
I
Pete,
just
Pete
think-
has been through some stuff and maybe he hasn't cycled through all of that.
Yes.
But my God,
But also,
my God.
I think that with comedians and
Mhm.
funny people, he was on SNL, all of that,
Yeah.
they struggle a
Because
lot
they're-
more with mental health.
They're funny because of the trauma.
That's it.
And because of what they've been through and everything. And
That's
yeah,
it.
I mean, I can definitely see why. And no one has that perfect life. Like you can think everybody does, but Kristen has said it once and 100 times.
Yes,
Everyone has the pebble in their shoe.
that's it.
Can't forget it. And so he obviously has some stuff going on, but he does land like
He lands the ladies.
coin.
Some of
women.
the most prominent women in Hollywood. he
Yeah,
has been with.
and he's been with them, which is why that meme is so funny.
It's so
But good on you, Pete. I hope that
I
you
know.
get whatever help you need, and that you come out stronger because there is going to be a newly. Well, J-Lo is single, but I love that the meme.
yeah. People didn't choose J-Lo; they chose Ben. They chose Ben for the photo.
Okay, so
But
the
if-
penitentiary guy.
Yes. So what you can do is you can go to this Instagram. You can watch these 30-second clips of the guys. They sit down, they give their name, they give their inmate number, and they just say, "Hey, I'm looking to talk to somebody. I'm getting out in 6 months." They give it's quick. It's very quick. But when I tell you the comment section of these videos is wild.
What are the majority of people saying? Because, of course, I have not actually I haven't listened to one of these videos. I have not gone into the comments. Again, I thought that I was being fed this in an ad, but now I know it's because you followed it. And so now it's in our feed.
Correct.
What are people saying? Are people saying like, oh my God, this guy's so hot. I can't wait till he gets released?
Yes. So you can scroll through and you can see that some of them have low views. Okay. It's like a low view.
Is it because they're this is maybe not the best looking inmate of all?
Yeah, he's washed up, he's older, maybe he whatever's going on. But every now and again, I'm telling you, I think Idaho's doing it on purpose, that they drip it out. So like once a week, twice a week, here comes Scotty to Hotty on the state penitentiary, and he's super casual, and he's just like, hey, hit me up, here's my number. Now some of them are asking for money. Straight away they want money. And that's interesting to me.
And people will send it.
People are sending the money.
There are literally
people in the comments going, I sent them money.
Yeah, they are.
So most of the comments are either women or gay men. That's just how it is.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's women or gay men. Yeah. And that is, I think, the target audience.
Yeah.
And y'all, I just cannot wait for our podcast to go look at this. And I had a thought.
Oh, boy.
That what if we just like pen pal one of these guys? And I'm not saying in like a flirty way. I'm saying we as the All That to Say podcast, we sponsor
of all the things we're throwing our weight behind here with our bandwidth that we have.
Yes,
we've decided it's going to be with the Idaho Penitentiary Pen Pal program.
Yes.
What is wrong with you?
I just think this could be.
They need love too.
I think this could be funny.
Okay.
And not to just
do it for the bit.
Yeah, not to make fun of them, but just to be like, you know what? This guy's got 2 years left. He just said he's got 2 years left. And he keeps saying, someone please reach out. Please, because guys will come on multiple times. I haven't heard from anyone. Could someone please reach out? And so my heart broke a little bit. And I said, this is the new mission of All That to Say.
You want us to pen pal with the ones who haven't had anything. And what you're saying is maybe we'll get a new listener out of it.
Maybe. What if?
So this is a marketing ploy.
This is marketing. Okay? We're going to have an uptick in listens in Idaho.
You're nuts. We already are big in Idaho. I'm telling you, I think based on population and percentages, 2 more P's.
Yes.
That we're big in Idaho.
We can't
stop. So maybe it would make sense if we were also with the penitentiary.
Yes.
People.
So look, I saved a bunch of these. Look at all these.
Dear God Almighty. You saved these to our saved folder? Or are these screenshots you've taken on your phone?
These are saved.
So my name is Trace, 23. I'm a prisoner in Idaho. A couple things about me. I'm a Leo. I love to draw. And I love tattoos, obviously. Got them all over me. But I'm just looking to get to know as many people as possible. So if you see this video, send me a message. Don't be shy. I'd love to get to know you. Send me pictures, whatever, So if you see this, give me an ad.
Okay, Trey. Can you even?
So I'm a Leo. You love to draw.
The top comment says, are we all this desperate?
It's rough being a single woman out here in 2024 is what I hear. So yeah, maybe this is it. Maybe this
person says, I've never actually considered writing anyone until now.
Is he one of the cuties?
I'm in love with him. I am scared I will send this man my whole paycheck.
Y'all, don't do that.
Somebody said his biggest red flag is that he's a Leo. Uh-oh.
Okay, might be a red flag, but also we're second hottest. So take that with what you will.
This person says, beat me up, Poppy. Okay. Someone says prison tender. Someone says, oh my gosh, a Leo who loves to draw. I'm telling you guys.
Not a Leo who loves to draw. I mean,
this is
2 for 2.
This is so funny to me.
It is. It's funny. And I've seen this go around. And you know what? Like, why should I even get deep about it? I'm not going to get deep. Let's just stay on the giggles. Let's stay on the giggles about it. There's no point.
I feel like you.
No, it's fine.
We're here in June, up here in Orofino right now. You're on a possession charge. Got about 5 months left to see the parole board in August. I like working out daily. I play some cards to help me pass the time, do a little bit of reading. not much else to do while you're in here, so shoot me a message, help me pass this on. All right.
He sounds really nice.
Yeah.
He sounds really nice.
He's a normal guy. This person says what he do. I forgive him.
Well, he's there on possession, ma'am.
This person says, I'm looking for a man in finance, 6'5", blue eyes. Okay, this guy will do.
Well, he was in some sort of finance because he was taking funds for drugs. And
This person says, I have found
Find
better
more.
looking guys on this IG page than in real life. This person says, I'm going to report this page because I'm about to make a mistake. I am telling you, this is peak internet for me.
it's funny. It is funny. As long as
I
they're
think
there.
it started with good intentions, but I think now
Yeah.
the Idaho prison system is in on it.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
They're all in on it. But see, they aren't the first. Somebody else was doing this because I saw this floating around a couple years ago. And then they were like, we got to do this for our guys.
It's
and I do think that there's a difference, right? So like between jail and prison and penitentiary, like I know that there are differences and levels and stuff. Am I thinking that it's like cute and funny to be parading like molesters?
No, and
rapists?
none of those are on there because they show what they'll do
What they're in for.
Yes, so on the caption they put the prison number, the name, and it shows what they're in for. And I would say the harshest things I've seen are like assault and battery. But again, that could have been like a bar fight. Like you don't know
It
what
could have
that
been a bar
was.
fight. It could have been, gang related or something.
Yeah.
It could be mano y mano.
But you're not seeing
Adults.
like murderers, pedos. They're not showing those.
Okay,
folks.
got it.
Yeah.
That does make me feel a little bit better than about just giggling, even though I know that there are going to be people out here who say like, a crime is a crime, and there is no such thing as petty crime because somebody gets hurt in the process along the way.
But these men are doing their time. Like they're doing their time.
That is why we have the system.
We're not trying to early release. People are just wanting pen pals. I'm just saying go through the ones I've saved and see if there's anything that, you feel like we could sponsor.
I can tell you just based on the quick glance of the phone, I know the ones who aren't getting a ton of pen pals and the ones who are. Because why? 2 more P's. Pretty privileged.
Pretty privilege. Y'all know how it be.
Oh, God.
Okay, so
That makes me giggle.
I just really wanted to start us out strong for this episode.
You did.
It's been on my heart. It's been on my mind. And now I can delete it from my notes app. Okay?
Yeah, it was on your heart.
It was on my heart.
I'm glad that you told me about it.
Do you feel like when you ovulate?
This should be good too. Do you feel like
Wait, do you ovulate? But you have the thing. But you
IUDs used to ovulate.
Okay. Do you feel like when you ovulate that you are prettier? Can you tell?
God, no. I still can't figure out when I'm ovulating, because I got my IUD replaced 3-4 months ago.
Yeah.
The first 6 months of having it, your period is on the way out. So you're spotting, you're having lighter periods. You might be having more. You might a couple weeks, and then here it is again. It's trying to, I guess, figure it all out. And then I would say this happened with my first one, and then at around 6 to 8 months, my period just disappeared and was gone until 2 months before it expired.
Right. Yours was so on time with that.
It was so on time. And then so I got this replaced, and I'm trying to be patient. I'm trying to remind myself of that.
Yes.
Yes. Even literally right now when I wiped, I'm like, no, I just had my period August 4th through 8th, which felt more like a period because we were on a road trip. I remember having to borrow stuff from the girls, and sometimes we'll sync up because all the hormones.
Yes.
And so then, and then I was bleeding for the last 3 days. I'm like, it's only been 2 weeks.
What the heck?
It's so weird. So I know I'm trying to remind myself, this is what happened last time. Let it, give it a couple more months.
Give it time.
But all that to say, I don't know when I'm ovulating.
Okay, so you don't know when
I
because
don't
you're
have
not
that.
the goo.
No, I don't have it.
The mucus.
I don't have it. I'm not seeing it. I'm not feeling it really. It's very hard to determine because what I can say is there were
especially when you're watching these videos.
You know what I'm saying? Guilty as charged, as were they. Sometimes they write themselves. My God. I'm good. And we're still not the #1 podcast, and we should be. Whatever. No, keep listening to Smartless. They need more hundreds of millions of dollars, you guys.
Oh, I can't.
Keep. And then this other girl who just inked the $100 million deal.
I saw it. Who was
her
that?
name? Alex?
No,
No, what's her name? She's a Call Her Daddy girl?
Yes.
What is her name?
I don't know.
I
but
don't know. I don't listen to her. But
I-
you know what? I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not jealous. I want the people to get these huge checks because one day it's going to be us.
Yeah.
One day it's going to be us.
So we want the checks for them and then soon checks for us.
Yes, and then we soon want the checks for us too. And so I just have to put it out there like she needs listeners too. It's not like they can all leave her.
Yes.
She needs listeners too.
Yes.
But spread the wealth. And by that I mean you guy spread the wealth. So if you're posting about her stuff, that celebrity who is a 100 millionaire now, like maybe share our stuff too.
Yes, please.
So that we can be like $10
Woo.
Because you know who's on the $10 founding father without a
10.
father.
Tens on tens on tens.
Bringing it back.
Okay, so about your mucus.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know when it is.
You don't know when it is.
But my whole point is there's not any time I feel prettier or necessarily uglier.
Okay.
Ever.
Like throughout the months.
No.
So now y'all know I've been in the menopause, so I feel like I can't really tell anything anymore. But back in the day, I would say to Matt, babe, my face bones are open.
Your face bones are open.
The face bones have opened.
Mhm.
My eyes are wide. The cheekbones are high. I think I'm ovulating, and for many years we were trying to get pregnant. It was like a
Yes.
6-year stretch in
Yes.
between my two boys. So if my face bones looked open, I was like, now's the time.
You said slide in.
Well, I hadn't slide in.
Yeah, slippity slide.
Flippity sloppity slide. The 3 S's.
S's. Mhm.
But I had not thought about my open bones until recently. I've been fed some reels of girls showing.
No.
They literally show a video of themselves during the like follicular phase, whichever
Right.
one is like your period's coming, right?
Yeah.
And they look sad. They look pale. the jowls, the under eye, they look rough. Okay. They're sitting in their car and they take a video. And then 2 weeks later, they pair these videos together, sitting in the same lighting, same car,
Okay.
everything.
Okay.
And they show their face again. Bones are open, looking snatched, looking bright and beautiful.
Well, this has to be a part of biology.
It is.
Right? That we were put on this earth to procreate.
Yes.
And to reproduce so that life would continue going on.
Yes.
Like whether you want to have kids or not, I'm not saying that you have to. What
Yeah.
I'm saying is somebody has
Somebody-
to, or else the world ceases to exist.
The human
Yes?
race has to
Okay?
continue.
We got it?
Yeah, we got it.
That's not, no one's shaming you.
Yeah.
We're just saying that if everyone chooses to be childless, then boom.
Yeah.
The world's done.
Yeah.
And so you're not going to exist either. Like it is what it is because someone had you. Okay. So I do understand. And like we've talked about even with animals,
Yes.
is what they know to do
They
to
know.
let the other one know that they are ready to go and that they need to be sliding into.
That's there. It could be a cry into the night, it could be
your peacocking of the feathers.
their peacocking, or the lionesses. They just brush their booty on his face.
Yep. They just run by.
They run by and shake their
They
booty.
go like that. And then they know that they're ready to go.
They're ripe.
They're ripe. And so there has to be something, I think, biological about it
for humans.
that God said, you need to be prettier because someone needs to want to bang you at this moment. I guess. I don't know. Who am I to say? They haven't gone over that in Awaken with me.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to that chapter.
Please ask Elizabeth.
Yes.
About the open bones.
I will say, when you are ovulating, are the bones more open, the face structure prettier?
Yes.
And is that by God's design?
Yes. Did God intend
Okay.
for this to happen? I think
I'm going to
he
leave her
did.
that voice note. She's going to really appreciate that. I can tell you.
She knows. She knows what's up. Elizabeth,
if it
keeps
comes from me, she's just like, whatever it is, it is.
Yes. Yeah.
She's not judging that.
Just like when you say to Joshua, "Am I crazy?" ...
And he's just like,
Yes. The answer is yes.
Yeah.
Elizabeth sees that voice note come in. She knows.
he's like, it's crazy and you're still going to do it.
Yeah.
So like, thanks for, I guess, letting me in.
The warning shot.
Whatever. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, I was just wondering about that to see if you noticed
girl.
it. Because back when I was ovulating, even still with my one ovary, I could tell a difference in my facial bones.
But you know this about me. I am so not dialed into my own body.
Well, you're
I'm
also
not-
barely looking in a mirror.
Yeah, I
feel
just
like.
don't look in a mirror. I'm not. If I don't go on Instagram to forward face my camera to say
Yeah.
something to it during the day,
Yeah.
I may never look at myself. Just never. I'm not looking. I'm not face washing. So I'm not saying that. I'm not doing it while I brush my teeth, obviously, because of the mirrors. I'm not walking by a mirror. Mine's over in the corner. We have one, mirror in our entire outside of bathrooms.
Yeah.
We have excuse me. We had lunch in between, and it is what it is.
We did.
And so we have one mirror, and it's kind of in the corner. So I would never naturally walk in front of it if I weren't going intentionally to do a story, to show an outfit or whatever. There are times from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed, I have never looked at myself.
Have you seen the traveling like carnival guy that does the true mirrors? Have you seen this guy?
No, what is this?
Okay, it's called like True Mirror, something like that. And it's actually for people, it's like a deeply spiritual moment. So this guy has invented a mirror that you would walk up to, but it's not a mirror image of you. It's actually what you look like to other people. So where I might look up in a mirror, my left side's on one side, the right's on the other, but he created it so it's actually what people see. Because we're only used to seeing ourselves
from straight on.
A reflection.
Okay.
You're seeing yourself opposite when you look in a mirror.
Okay.
That's what you think looks cute, looks good. Your hair going to this side.
So this eye is my sad eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I need to remember it's my right side.
Yeah.
So here I am with the swoop on this side. So I'm always facing camera standing on the right.
Correct.
But that means my sad eye is usually facing the camera.
Yes. So when you're doing that. But why
did the Lord give me that? I could part, you know what? That's on me because I could part on the other side.
You could have parted on the other side.
Yeah, I guess I could have. And then that could have. But see, I didn't want my swoop to cover my great arch.
Well, then
that's why I made this decision.
Then I think you have done it on the right side, actually. I think you've done it on the correct side.
Okay, but do you know what I'm saying? Because now my right eye, though, is facing because I wanted the swoop not to cover my left. Yeah. Oh, this is tough.
It's tough. We've always said the cross we bear.
Honestly.
We've always said we don't necessarily have a good or bad side, but how our hair is parted
matters. It makes a difference.
It matters in a photo.
It does. It matters in a photo.
I will do a switcheroo with Matt. If we're trying to take a pic together, I'm like, no, you got to get on this side because I parted my hair. Sometimes it's down the middle, but sometimes it's on the side.
And his is in a bun.
Yeah, his is
so
always.
He can be on either side.
Men don't care.
He doesn't.
Men do not care about this. They're like, just take the photo.
Or Joshua was like, don't take a photo.
Yeah, Josh is just not in the photo.
But on the road trip, he's in the photos.
He is.
He obliges on the road trip. Because again, that's happy Joshua.
Yes, because he's in his happy place. So this guy invented, what he said is interesting about it is, yes, I mean, even as we record here, this is flipped correctly. It's not showing me on this side.
Oh, true.
Think about it. We're crisscross here, right?
Right.
So this is what you actually look like to me, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But what the guy did is he created this mirror, and there's something like mental that happens to you when you look in a live view mirror and it's correct. Mm-hmm. Okay. So to you, it's going to look opposite, but it's actually how the world sees you. And the people look in these, they cry. They like find their inner child. They find things they love about themselves. They see things they hate about themselves. You pay this guy money and you go stand in this booth for like 10 minutes and you just stare into like your iris.
No, thank you.
You what?
No desire. Don't care. I know what I look like. I do.
We do not care.
That's you. I want him to come to Renaissance Festival and set up.
I'm sure you do.
I want to see the opposite, but I do think if I see that, I'm going to not like it.
Kristen.
I'm going to not like it.
Kristen, you're nuts. You already know that you were born in the prettiest month.
Well, okay, I do
you
know
are
that,
stunning.
But
we know this. We know this objectively, subjectively, whatever. You're stunning. This guy isn't going to be able to show you anything that could make you feel badly about yourself. I'm sorry.
It makes you go inward and you like see your inner child and you sob.
I'm not trying to go inward. I'm not.
Maybe you could unlock some of those forgotten memories.
But then you don't know what you're unlocking.
Yeah.
You don't know. And I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
You're good. You don't need the trauma to be risen.
If there even is any. Maybe there's not. But there if my brain is blocking something for me, it's doing it intentionally. I don't need to mess with that.
Okay.
I don't need to mess with it. I'm good. I don't remember going to Georgia Southern. Big whoop. Okay. But maybe we lost. Maybe my brain's like, you guys lost or you didn't do a good job. Maybe I fell on my face doing a tumbling pass.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe my stunt partner and I had a really off day. I don't know, but like, who cares?
You're so right.
It doesn't matter what I like. The only thing that makes me sad is not remembering my children's childhoods.
Yeah.
That's the bummer.
That's tough.
That's the bummer. And I know like nothing bad happened to me then. So I don't know why the brain's blocking it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I know, like from the moment I've met Joshua and I have gotten married and I have had my children, nothing bad has happened to me. Bad. You know, like nothing, like not bad. Of course, I've had like bad things happen.
Yeah, sure.
Like nothing.
Not like trauma.
Nothing that I need to bury down and push down. So the fact that the brain's not remembering holding my child is devastating to me.
Do you have any photos of that? Like photos of you holding the girls?
2 or 3. Like, but no, because phones didn't even have cameras when I had
just
babies.
wasn't like that back then.
No, it wasn't. I mean, think
what
about
years were the girls born in?
06, 09.
Okay. Yeah, it just wasn't quite there yet.
06 was almost 20 years ago.
It's crazy.
So no, you just didn't have your phone with a camera out. Well, one, they didn't have them at the beginning.
They didn't.
And then by the time that they did, they were so grainy.
It was grainy.
You couldn't make out anything that it was anyway. Like we just didn't have that. And then we had a computer crash, the CPU. We lost pictures from the first years of their lives. So the only ones I would have are like Jackie took randomly, like when we were over for a party or whatever the case may be. So I just don't have a ton of those. And also, I wasn't feeling great about myself and hadn't realized that doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
Now, 5, 8, 12 years ago, I was like, so what? You don't like, so what?
Yeah.
Like, just you're in your life and you have to just live it and take the pictures and be in the videos and all those things, whether you like to watch them back or not.
Yeah. You had a realization at some point saying, whatever my size is, whatever, I'm going to be in the pictures in the video. But you're saying when Bella and Lily were babies and toddlers, you kind of hid from the camera.
I probably didn't like the way I looked, or I don't even know if that's it. I'm literally hypothesizing live here for y'all. I do not know, but pictures just weren't a big deal.
Yeah.
No one was walking around constantly snapping. You were not taking every minute of your life and saying, should I record this? Should I take a picture of it?
Yeah.
You weren't doing that. You were just living your life.
Did you see on like September 22nd is like no electronics day? It's like international. Everyone just does not use a computer, a phone, the internet, nothing.
Says who?
I don't know. I just saw it.
Oh.
I don't know who, there's a whole movement is what I'm saying. So if on September 22nd you can't get in touch with people, don't be mad. Don't be mad. They want to shut it down.
Okay. Well, I'm happy to participate because I think that I could use a day off. Don't get me wrong, but like I haven't even heard about it. So I don't know that it's reaching all of the right people.
It should be reaching
reaching the influencers at least.
If
you guys want to make an impact.
Because you would spread the word. I know that you would.
Yeah, if I actually wanted to follow whatever this, I got to see what's the root of this initiative.
Yeah.
Who is putting it out and why is it?
Well, whatever. Our
is
mole,
some sort
the
of
mole watching this will get the word out, and then some other podcast.
Let them know.
Joe Rogan will talk about it, and then you'll all do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can't wait to hear it on his podcast.
Cool. All right. You got anything to tell me?
Yes. Okay, you guys. So my number one thing is I left off with not a cliffhanger, but
a tease.
I think I talked about like having a human moment.
Yes.
And I love having these little human moments, and they don't get to happen as much. Yes, you can have human moments with your people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right? That's the best. Like love.
But a stranger.
Whole nother thing. So I think I had said something on that episode about like we had pulled up to a stoplight, both playing Celine or whatever, and our windows are open, and we're just, it's like, oh my gosh. And sometimes even when you follow someone on a road trip for a long time and you're behind them and then they get off on the exit and you're like, bye.
I do that too.
Yeah,
I'm like, I've been behind you for 10 miles.
Yeah, I'm like really bonded to you now, right? Okay. So we talked about when Lily wanted to make the open win box for Bella and everything. So we're in Walmart and we're kind of in different aisles grabbing things. And I'm trying to remember what Bella needs last second. And Lily's grabbing stuff for the open win boxes. And we're over in the accessories section. And all of a sudden, the music, sometimes stores are just playing bangers.
Yes.
Like one after another. That's usually not the vibe in Walmart.
I agree. I don't think that Walmart is known for that. A grocery store?
A grocery store, absolutely.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
absolutely. But Walmart, no. Except this day, at this moment, they were playing Encanto's Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno, no. Okay? Y'all know how much I love Disney. You know how much I love Encanto.
Oh,
So Lily's in one aisle of the accessories. I'm in another aisle, and I am singing loudly, as we've discussed, because I don't know an inside voice, and I'm
you're just singing everything so
loudly, and just trying to strain the vocal cords, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't know how to actually do it. And so I'm singing loudly, and I turned the corner to go grab another thing, and there is a mom and a daughter, and the daughter, I'm going to say, was 8 or 9 years old. Okay. Is my best guess.
Okay.
And she is also singing it very loudly.
Yes.
So
We don't talk about Bruno.
and then it's like 7:30. Okay. Rats around his back. And we lock eyes.
Yes.
And we are singing to each other. Okay. We are doing the motions. Because if you've seen Encanto, I mean, there's a whole dance to it. And she is now walking towards me in the aisle. I am walking towards her in the aisle. We are having a whole moment. Mom is behind.
Yes.
She is starting to dance. Lily turns the corner. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm dancing to Bruno with her. Like, we are just having this human moment. I mean, it brought tears to my eyes. I'm just like, this is what life is about.
Yes.
This is it.
Yes.
It's just, you used to do this, right? Back in the day. Like, you just did it.
Yeah, when we weren't so distracted and we weren't yes.
Or so convinced that, like, oh no, you are here and you stay over here.
Yes.
And like,
don't make eye contact.
Don't even look up. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, we saw somebody from our high school. No, can't even see us. You know, like,
Yes, you're right. You're right.
even when you see people, you know you're avoiding them.
Yes.
So the idea that I'm having a Bruno karaoke dance party with this girl in the aisle. And
Thank you, Lin-Manuel.
Always bringing people together.
Always,
And
always.
we have said that 100 times.
Yes.
He is, of our generation, a true phenomenon.
Yes.
Okay, so we're having it, and the song goes off, and we're just like, well, I guess that's it. Bye. And we do, and that's it. And
Never to be seen again.
never to be seen again. We didn't keep bumping into each other,
Yeah.
thank God, because
then it's a little
it
awkward.
Been a little awkward.
Yeah.
Okay. So in my mind, after the song ends and it's done, and I was just like, "That was so fun." Bye. And her mom and her, they say bye to us, and you can just tell it's like a mother-daughter moment.
Yes.
And the reason why I bring up this story, you guys, is because that mom and daughter didn't look like Lily and me. Do you see what I'm saying? We don't look the same.
Okay. A different ethnicity.
Yes.
Okay.
A different race, the whole thing.
Okay.
And it made me in my mind think of what the media is trying to tell us, what politicians are trying to tell us, what you're hearing, the messaging constantly
Yes.
is, no, we hate each other. Oh, no, we don't have things in common.
You're so right.
All this crap that people are saying, and they're trying to convince people of this.
They're trying to convince us we're divided.
Yeah.
But what you're saying is the proof is in the pudding that we're not.
The regular people who are just walking about day to day shopping at Walmart in the accessories section.
Right.
That's not the facts. That's not actually the reality to it. And you need to be discerning of this.
Yeah.
When you are hearing crap on television and in ads and all these other things, you need to say, is that my lived experience today if I'm out somewhere? Or is that person holding the door for me? Is that person saving the cart for me?
Yeah.
Is that person waving as I go across the street and saying, come on, you come on out?
Yes.
That is what's actually happening more than I think anybody would try to convince you of.
Yes.
And look for those moments and make note of those moments and say, God, that was a really great. That was a really great human moment. And I'm not going to be convinced.
No.
I'm not going to, because
No.
I actually know what's reality.
Yes.
What is in this life
Yes.
happening to me, around me, with other people. And all we did was have a real good time together.
In the aisle.
In the aisle, dancing to Bruno. And if that isn't a campaign for Disney, if you would like to take that and run with it and maybe give me a free annual pass, let me stay at the Poly a couple times, you can. Okay, I will come when the Encanto world is done and I will promote it and I'll talk about this and maybe I can go find that mom and daughter and we can all go together. Maybe Lily, that mom, that daughter, and I can go to Disney together and we can do a whole campaign and we can do the dance.
Yes.
Find us an aisle.
When is that going to be done? When is Encanto going to be done?
I think like 2025, 2026.
Okay, we don't have that long.
No, we don't have that long, but I'm just saying.
We just got to go find this mom and daughter. I love that you had this moment. And what you are saying is so spot on. And I feel like when this kind of messaging began to flow through the media, mid 2000s, let's say, mid to late 2000s, I had a lot of pause where I was just like, is this how people are treating each other? Because I keep hearing that that's happening, but I'm out in these streets just like, everybody's
coexisting with everybody else, and you're not seeing that.
Because America truly is a melting pot. I can go in a Walmart and see dozens of different types of people. Whether that's ethnicities, lifestyles, whatever. Ages, types of families.
Yeah.
There are all different types of people. They're treating me well. I'm treating them well.
And we're all coexisting.
Yeah. We're just trying to get our wares at Walmart.
I'm not saying that stuff isn't happening.
That's it.
Like, I mean, I'm not foolish enough to think that that there isn't crap happening and that it's not because of racism. I'm not even saying that.
Yeah.
I'm saying that I keep having human moments
that are beautiful,
who don't look like me and I don't look like them.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping, I guess, that when they walked away, they felt the exact same.
I hope so.
Which was just like, damn, that was really fun. I didn't have dancing to Bruno on my bingo card for the day, but here we are.
And they're even just looking at you, they're like, a purple-haired woman with a disco ball tattoo and a nose ring just danced with me in the accessories aisle.
Because people think things about me, you guys.
Yeah.
Of course.
But it's just like, even just that alone is kind of different looking. And can't we all just say, like, you are a human. I am a human.
Yes.
We both love Bruno and we know every lyric to this song, so let's sing it together.
Yes.
It's like kind of...
You're right. They probably didn't have dancing with a purple-haired girl on their bingo card for the day.
They did not.
That's funny to think
but
about.
That's, you guys, we've talked about how people will go to BravoCon solo.
Yeah.
And what we've said is like, go to places where people love what you love too, because those are like instant friends.
Yeah.
And so
you already have a level playing field about at least one major thing.
Yeah. Same. We said for our cruise,
Yeah.
come on even if you're solo, come on our cruise, because it's a group of women who all just like to giggle and laugh at the ridiculous things we say on this podcast.
Exactly. We're going on Heather McMahon's Absolutely Not cruise for the exact same reason.
Yeah.
Like, even if we were to go solo,
Yeah.
we would find 4,000 Heather, what are they called? McManiacs? McManiacs. And we would instantly vibe.
Yeah.
Because
that's it.
if you like her, then you most likely have a similar sense of humor.
That's it. And I just
That's
think
it.
we all just have so much more in common than we have different.
Absolutely.
We all have so many things in common.
But just, I'm not going, like, don't believe all that you hear. Remember that messaging is there to sell you something.
Yeah.
It is not there to unite you. They have to keep people divided so that they can keep you pissed. And if they can keep you pissed, then they can keep you donating. And if they can keep you, then they can make money. And the messaging is all about the money. It's not about people's hearts.
The messaging
and it never was.
It's to create outrage. It's just about the outrage.
And I'm not going to fall for it. And I'm going to continue to come back to these human moments that I'm going to have and you're going to have and we're all going to have.
I love that.
It shouldn't even be something that even has to be talked about. It shouldn't even be something. But this is the reason why I chose to, and we did discuss it beforehand a little bit, just like, I want to make sure what I'm getting across here is just that, like, we are way more unified and way more similar.
Correct.
And sometimes you do need those reminders, even if it means saying something that can be misconstrued.
Yeah, misconstrued.
And I hope it's not.
It won't be.
Good.
Our podcasts know what's good.
I hope so. So what's one of your things?
Okay. We never brought this up for season 3.
What was it? What were
we had a big idea.
What
and the big idea was we were going to start doing the WOW Awards.
The WOW.
Y'all, look at us here. WOW Awards. WOW. Y'all know
the Bob was best of the best.
And what's WOW? Worst of the worst.
Worst of the worst. I did invent this and then I forgot. You're right. It's what I was thinking, Women of Wonder.
No, y'all. Worst of the worst.
Worst of the worst.
It could not be better.
Okay, so then this is what we need to do. We need on Thursday's episodes,
Yes.
we are going to have a wow of the week.
Oh, I love
The worst of the week. So this is someone in media, in pop culture, maybe in our real lives that we are going to call out. They're the worst of the worst.
That is another great idea that you're
Thank
having.
you so much.
So that's what Thursday is you can always expect a worst of the worst.
A worst of the worst.
There will be
for the week. We will have a big ol' loser.
There will be
Somebody
a wow
who has
award.
done something real dumb. And maybe last week, if we had thought it would have been J-Lo trying to do demure.
It would have
maybe
been.
that's our wow award.
That's
the worst
it.
of the worst.
That was it.
And so maybe instead of it being wow, it's more like,
It's like that.
I don't know, but we have to like make it look bad.
Yeah, we're gonna
It's
make it
hard when you're the two prettiest months, but whatever. Okay.
Okay, so that's one of my things. I just had to get that off my chest. I just needed you to know
Okay, great.
to remember
Okay.
that we had
You're
decided
right.
that.
You're right. Okay, what's your second thing?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I could tell you so many things. I'm going to go with
What?
something I've been wanting to ask because I've asked some of our friends this question. It's like kind of a what if question.
Okay.
Somehow this came up with Matt and me
Mm.
that what is your non-cheating cheating in your marriage? And what that means is it's not that your spouse has cheated on you, but what's something that they could maybe do that seems innocent enough, but to you feels devastating?
Well, probably when you grab Doug's.
Touche.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, so when Matt and I were discussing this,
Okay, I'm so interested.
okay,
to
so
hear.
for me it was if I found out that Matt like went and just had like a fun pal around day with like let's say a female coworker where let's like they went and got coffees and then they went to the mall and then like she picked out like a gorgeous handbag, just having like a kiki kind of day together. Again, innocent enough, but I would feel very betrayed. Okay. For Matt, he said, if I either went and watched some other guy's soccer game, watched another guy play soccer,
wow,
or went on a hike,
that's rich coming from you, Matt.
went on like a 10-mile hike with a guy.
That's-
Again, you have to think of this platonically, right? This is like maybe
Right.
a childhood friend. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, well, David invited me on a hike. There was just this hike he wanted to show me. Matt was like, I would kill you. So
yeah, because all he ever wants you to do is go on hikes with him.
that's it.
Yeah,
so
it would be the similar if I went running with another man.
if you went on a run with another man.
Yeah, if I just decided to like join a running group and some guy was like, "Hey, you want to go on a long run with me?" And I was like, "Yup."
And what if you got like really into running and started?
Joshua's head would spin 15 times around his body. He would not, that would not work for him because all this man has ever wanted from me is to run with him. Have I told the story about my first run with Joshua on this here podcast?
Oh, I feel like maybe I
You
know
know
this,
it.
but I don't know if you have.
Okay, I'm going to let this be my second thing because Dana hasn't written me back yet to
Okay,
tell me
okay.
if I've told this other story that I was going to on the second one. But
Tell it. I want to know.
So the very first, so again, my husband, marathoner, runner, runs constantly. He can consistently run like a 6-minute mile for mile. It's crazy. Like it couldn't be me. I've tried. Y'all heard when I made the chilling squad how hard it was for me to even do a 7-minute mile, and I've never done it a day in my life since.
Yes.
And all he wants is for me to run with him. And he told me that when we were dating. Hey, I know that you don't love it,
Yeah.
but you could learn to love it with me because you love me. And that's cute in thought. And I do love when couples say that, like, yeah, but if you love me and I love this, then like osmosis works because it's like science.
No.
No. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give it a shot because I love this man.
Yes.
And I want to spend time with him. And this is a big part of his life. So I'm going to go running with him. And we're up in Boone, of course, because we're both going to Appalachian at the time. The altitude Let's talk about it.
Ooh.
Okay. It's not like it's sea level, you guys. And if
Yeah.
you're not familiar with even where we are in relation to the world, I believe the altitude for Boone specifically is 3333 because it's like on the sign on the side of the building.
Oh, that's so easy to remember.
Yeah. So I
Love
think
that.
it's 3,333. But in certain parts, it's even higher than that.
Yeah.
That's Boone. So then you can even go up.
Oh,
higher.
yeah, if you're going
so it's
up
like
to-
3,600.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Grandfather Mountain is
Grandfather.
1 mile up.
Yeah.
You know, on the bridge
Yeah.
when you go over, it's very famous for being 1 mile up.
That's right.
Okay. So I think that was affecting me a bit. Let's say it was the altitude.
Okay.
Let's also say it's the fact that my husband is almost a foot taller than I am.
Yes.
Which means his stride is much longer than mine is. And so we start to run. And we're right next to each other. We're on King Street. I remember it clear as day. I remember this.
Okay, you have a...
Yeah, don't remember holding my child, ever breastfeeding her 16,000 times. But I got that first run with Joshua seared into my brain. So we're running up King Street. We've passed Daniel Boone in. We're going. And we couldn't have been running for 5 minutes. And I am like starting to notice that my lungs are burning out of my chest. I feel
No.
like... I don't, because I don't know how to properly run. Like, I don't know how to properly sing. I don't know how to, like, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth.
Yeah, no, I
and,
have
like,
no idea.
all the strides
No,
and
no,
when
no,
you're
no.
supposed to, any of that crap. And so I'm just going as fast as I can. And to keep up with Joshua, who says, babe, I was like barely running. I felt like I was sprinting for minutes, for at least 5 minutes. And my body, just my lungs and my body decided to shut down. I start crying, but I don't want him to know I'm crying because I don't want him to know how bad this is for me. I'm just desperately trying to be a running girl. And I start crying and I'm doing it as silently as I can until he looks over and he sees the tears streaming down my face.
I am dead.
And he's like, Miranda, are you okay? Or did you get hurt? And I'm like, no, but I just think my lungs are about to explode out of my body. They're burning so bad. And he's like, just stop running. I stopped. Hands are on the knees. I'm heaving. I think I'm about to throw up.
Yes, the throw
I'm
up.
still crying. Everything. He's just like, okay, well, I guess that's the end of our running journey. And I was like, it is.
That's it.
That's it. And I've never run not 1 minute with him since.
So that is, if you took up running with some other dude from a running club, Joshua would feel betrayed.
All he has ever wanted from me is to run with him. And after that first time, and y'all, we are talking, that was 2001. So we are 23 years ago.
Wow.
I have not run
No.
not 1 second with him since. And he wanted our girls to run. He wanted them to do cross country. How excited was he when he found out your kids were doing cross country?
He was so supportive.
He's like, if you want me to like run or
Yes,
do
he
any tips
was
or give them
nice.
drills that I loved when I was doing it, like so excited. I mean, it's enough for him to be like, well, at least the Timmermans did cross country. I'm like, okay, Jesus. So if I were to just randomly be like, oh yeah, I met this guy and like he's like super into running and he's convinced that he can make me a good runner, so I'm gonna go out and run with him, he would be like, the hell you are. And Joshua is the least jealous person.
He really
The
is.
least jealous person. And I still think he would be like, the hell you are. Because he would go, I can teach you all of that. I am a professional. Let's call him.
Call him.
Let's call him.
We gonna find out
I want to know.
if this could be the thing, like
Okay.
the one thing that would just push him over the edge.
Okay. Hey, I'm recording you real quick. Hey, babe, if I were to randomly out of the blue say, hey, I met this guy. He loves to run and he thinks he can like make me a good runner. I'm going to go run with him. What would you say?
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I feel like, hey, if you feel like you want to run with them. I mean, I'd ask why you wouldn't want to run with me, but then I know that
Exactly.
I'm not the best teacher in the world.
Aw.
Oh, Josh, yes, you are.
Yes, but I understand what you're saying when it's so inherent and you know what
sure.
you're doing. And like, you're not a running coach. I get that. So what we were talking about is Kristen was like, Matt and I posed the question, like, what's cheating but isn't cheating but would feel like cheating to your partner? I'm like, absolutely. If I just randomly came to Joshua and was like, hey, this guy I met is a good runner and he thinks he could teach me, so I'm just going to go on a run with him. You'd be like, the hell you are. Not because you're jealous, but because you've always wanted me to do it with you. But what you're saying is if he could make me a great runner and then I could run with you, it would be worth it.
I mean, if you're wanting to learn how to run, actually, like I said, I'm not the best teacher in the world, so.
Okay.
All
so
right.
we got to find something else then.
I got to find something else.
I mean, you would trust me to run with different people.
I do.
And
I have.
What if Miranda got a matching tattoo with another guy?
What if I got a matching tattoo with another guy?
What if I got Asian massages?
Okay.
I think that answers the question.
All right. But see, here's the thing. If I decided to get the cactus on the skateboard because with my male cousins, he would have been fine with that because it was a family thing.
It's family.
And it's cousins.
Just like Doug.
But I have blood.
Questions that I know that you would never do. So
I know.
I don't even know how to answer them.
I know, but that's the point of it.
Hypothetical. So Matt said if Kristen went and watched another guy play soccer. That's funny.
Or went on a hike with another guy.
Or if she went on a hike with another guy. Ooh, that's a good one too. What if I went on a hike with another guy?
That doesn't bother me.
It doesn't. He's not jealous.
He's so unbothered.
He's so not jealous.
It depends on what you're doing, but you wouldn't. You have to ask me like something that would really happen.
He can't even imagine it.
I know.
He can't.
But also, you're so not jealous.
Yeah.
I don't get jealous, really.
And I don't really either. So it's hard for me to then think of something that you would do.
Oh, I have one for you.
Oh, okay. What?
No, you go hang up with
Okay,
him.
I love you. Bye. Okay, what?
Okay.
Because he's already done something.
If Josh had it, again, we're going to go with
Wait, hold on. Pause, y'all. He hasn't actually done something.
No. Yeah.
But okay. He ran with somebody. I was talking about that, but we haven't talked about that.
We have not talked about that.
No.
But you're right. That did happen. Josh didn't do anything wrong.
No.
But there was a thing.
There was a thing.
Okay. If Josh, again, we're going to say coworker, let's say running buddy, something like that. Let's say you had a running buddy who was a normal girl, someone that you liked, you trusted.
Uh-huh.
But he daily was on her stories and took pictures with her and let her post his face.
Yeah.
And was like, hey, I'm with Josh. And he was smiling and talking in the photos and in the videos. How would you feel about that?
Yeah. So this is interesting that you bring this up because he gets posted to the CrossFit page.
Ooh.
So I get it. They're taking pictures. He's in the group. They're uploading it to their Instagram.
How does he feel about that though? Because
he doesn't love it. He doesn't love it. He's usually like, oh my God, which one did they share? Let me see it. Cause he's not on it. So he's like, let me see. Because he's like in the middle of a workout. He's like grunting burpees, whatever. And so it's not like selfies or anything like that, but I'm just kind of like, so they can post pictures of you doing your daily tasks.
right. But
I
you can't.
don't.
So would that feel
it happens.
a little bit like a betray? I'm saying if he intentionally, like, and again, innocently, but that he like was doing stories with another girl, taking photos.
Yeah, I would.
And it was just like, oh, she's my CrossFit friend.
Yeah. No, I don't want that. I don't like that. But it's not that it's more so, I don't need to post him. People know we're together.
Yeah, of course.
But it is weird when people are like, are you and Josh okay?
Are you guys on the rocks?
But I just haven't seen him on your stories in a while. And I'm just like, yeah, but y'all know he doesn't like to get posted. What do you want from me?
Right.
What do you want? Like, that's why every once in a while I'm like, just show your hand. Like, here's his fingers. He's sitting next to me on the couch. We're together. Y'all will know if we're not.
So we posed this question to Aaron and Josh Hall. Now, Josh's answer was similar to Matt because he is very competitive and very like athletic and he's into all the sports.
True.
It was if Aaron joined like a kickball team with like another guy that works at the school. He was like, that's a no from me.
Yeah.
And Aaron's was if Josh joined a book club with another woman.
Because Erin loves to read. She's a librarian. And she wants Josh to have that experience with her of books.
Because Josh he's not a big reader. He just doesn't. And so she was like, if he came home.
And was like, I joined a book club with this girl and we are loving pouring through this book together. Like the way she described chapter 2 to me, I could envision, I could see the words coming to life.
She has recommended the best books for me.
The best books.
I am so thankful.
And they're all about leaving my partner.
So, Podcasts, I want you all to think about this.
That's an interesting question.
It is that it's funny and I'm not trying to like stir up trouble, but it's funny to think of that there's certain things that feel actually so personal to you.
Yeah.
And so almost sacred maybe in a way that it's like, it's not even about the physical part of it. It's just more, how dare you?
Yeah, I think
how could you?
I think it comes down to things that you don't do with your partner and they're doing with someone else,
Yeah.
right? So that's really what it comes down to because Joshua's always worked with women.
Yeah,
He's
that's right.
always had women around him.
has.
And for the majority of our marriage, it's like I have female assistants, I have female coworkers, I have female salespeople.
Traveling with
everything.
females.
Traveling with them, like
Yeah.
staying in hotels, like
Yeah.
all of that sort of thing. And so I have to be super rooted and confident in who I am, but mostly about what our marriage is, right?
That's right.
And things that we've established from the get-go when we were dating. Like
Yeah.
this just is a non-negotiable. It's a no.
Yeah.
Like there was never something just dabbled out and then the field goal got to be pushed and pushed and pushed.
No.
None of that's happening. And so I've had to be very secure, but I guess I'm secure because he makes me feel
Yeah.
that way. He helps in that way. But he'll go over and fix Lauren Via's fridge if it's on the fritz because she's a single mom and
Yeah.
she doesn't have a partner and she can't ask her, child's
Yeah.
father for that and she wouldn't. But if she says to Joshua like my vacuum went kaput and I don't have the money to buy it until next payday or whatever.
I mean, that's just a
he's
good
like,
deed.
I'll just bring you our vacuum.
Yeah.
And I am fine with that because
Yeah.
I'm like, Lauren needs the vacuum. Take her the vacuum.
Yeah.
Go help her fix her fridge if you can. Like, go do those because that's being a good person.
Yeah, but if Matt randomly went and cleaned out some other woman's garage for her, like I'd be pissed.
Because you are always wanting him to do that here. So, yeah, I guess the one thing that he does not do is he's not being on stories. He's not being recorded. He's not taking pictures. He's not doing any of that stuff, which is fine. Because as I've discussed, I don't want the opposite of that. I don't want So anyway, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's Miranda and Joshua back at you every Monday. Like, no, that's an ick. So I'm fine with it because, even though there could be somewhere in the middle, he's not a middle guy. He's an all or nothing guy.
But you're not going to be fine with it if he does it with another.
I don't need him. Yeah, I don't need Allison and Joshua. Allison is who he's with the majority of the time. She works with him. I don't need them selfieing and posting and all that sort of stuff because he's not doing that with me. So no, I don't need that. And Allison would never.
She would never.
That's the difference. Joshua would never and Allison would never.
Because she's a girl's girl.
Just like he said, I will never go on a hike with a dude. I'm not going on a run with anybody else.
But I do feel like some people's spouses in some marriages, someone does change overnight like that. And then it does become a big problem.
Of course.
You know?
Yeah.
I feel like
We've watched it.
We've seen that in some people we know. Overnight, something happened and that person you knew for 20 something years is a completely different person.
Yeah. That's why you have to be very careful who you surround yourself with.
That's
right.
right.
You have to be careful what you allow yourself to see, to read, to hear.
Yeah.
And I'm very discerning of what I let in.
You're right.
Very careful.
We both are.
Yeah. 100%.
100%.
But I was more just thinking we'll eventually cover that story.
We will.
But it's not on this one.
It's not going to be on this one.
No, it's probably going to be on Patreon.
Yeah. Tier 2 probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well,
was there a second thing? You got your 2?
That was my 2. Yeah, I gave you your 2.
2 and 2. Thank you so much.
Okay, this is a to be continued.
As always.
I think Thursday's episode might be short, you guys. It might be kind of short.
Yeah.
Okay. So
right.
just know that. And we're doing our best. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.